I'm sure you've seen the clips that set the internet on fire. I know it's been a minute, but I decided to wait until the craze went away. Chappell Roan was on the Call Her Daddy podcast, and she said none of her friends who are parents, not mothers, specifically, seem happy. They're exhausted and miserable, and having a kid has leached the light from their eyes.
All of my friends who have kids are in hell. I don't know anyone. I actually don't know anyone who's like happy and has children at this age. I have like a 1-year-old, like 3-year-old, 4 and under, 5 and under. I literally have not met anyone who's happy, anyone who has like light in their eyes, anyone who has slept.
It's not looking too good.
I'm like, why did my parents do that?
And all of the miserable mothers on the internet lost their minds and their heads started spinning. And they took to the photo upload button to post happy pics of them with their babies, trying to, what? Prove her wrong? I fear she doesn't care, and it's not changing anyone's opinion. Also, when I know something about myself to be the truth and someone else disagrees, I don't feel the overwhelming urge to prove myself to them, but you know, you do you. The hit dogs were hollering, and no one wants to confront that. LOL. Also, no one said there aren't happy moments in it, and it's like, you would know that if you weren't so offended because you felt called out for a reason and slowed down just for a second to think rationally. Like, fuck. I'm of the opinion that if more people genuinely thought about what it meant to birth a kid and not just have a baby, like really truly thought about what the rest of their entire life would look like, we would not be as populated as we are. Let's just be for real. I think most people, at least here in the States, that's the only perspective I can offer, who have kids for a multitude of reasons, probably shouldn't. It doesn't mean they don't love their kids. People get so up in arms when this is brought up because they project their own insecurities and the thoughts I assume they have in the hardest moments of parenthood onto whoever is trying to discuss it, and they hear, oh, so you think I don't love my kids, when that isn't what's being said at all.
Yeah, rewind to your friends having fucking kids. You said they're in hell.
But they're in hell because they love their kids.
You can love your kids and still be miserable. Like that TikTok of that new mom that went viral a few months ago who loves her baby to death but regrets her decision. Two things can be true at a time. Parenthood seems genuinely like a nightmare, and I have never seen anything that proves that belief wrong. And if you felt so called out, maybe you should reflect on the way you present yourself to your child-free friends. What are you saying when you're complaining about how hard it is? Do you look like a mindless zombie? I don't know many people with kids, but I see them on the internet all the time, and they are always validating the child-free people by saying, yeah, LMFAO, don't do it. It's extremely hard. It's a thankless job. Some days feel absolutely impossible, yada, yada, yada. There's literally a subreddit for people who regret having kids. Unless you are rich with an actual village to help out, parents absolutely seem beyond miserable. It's legit one of the worst things I can imagine happening to me. This response to what she said only further proves it, honestly, in my opinion. Anyone who's genuinely happy raising their kids doesn't give a fuck what anyone else is saying. The same way us child-free people don't give a fuck when you try to tell us, ooh, you'll regret it someday. Ooh, you're so selfish. We know who we are and how it's actually gonna turn out. You can think what you want. Do you know what I mean? Are you seeing how reality actually often plays out? Okay. Now for the big one. She also said that people shouldn't be looking to a pop star for a political stance, and it's impossible to keep up with everything.
And so I get asked a lot of fucking crazy questions that a lot of my peers would not get asked. And that's because I'm gay. And that's because, like, I have, like, my opinions, but that doesn't mean I'm, like, completely, like, I don't know everything about every topic I have opinions on. Like, I don't know everything about, like, being gay. Like, I don't know everything about being a woman. I don't know everything about fucking fashion or drag or performing. Like, I try to know everything I can. But, like, when I don't answer a question correctly or, like, I don't acknowledge one community, it's like, how can I do it all? Like,
you can't.
How can these girls tour, write, perform, interview, sleep, eat, and eat and fucking work out and like how can they do it all and lead a team and be a boss and pay people and like and be like fucking so politically educated? It's
exhausting.
And it's also impossible. Also, why the fuck are you looking to me for some political answer? You think I have the fucking answer?
But you're like, listen to my song, bitch. Turn it up.
Like, I'm a pop star. I wish I had the answers. I wish the president was a pop star, but she's not.
And the takes on that one are very interesting. First and foremost, let me say, I agree. People need to stop looking to celebrities in general to be their guiding light. Follow political activists, girl. Stop making celebrities your heroes. That's how we keep finding ourselves in these repetitive conversations. People wouldn't be so upset if everyone just stopped expecting celebrities to be good people. Secondly, most people I saw talking about it were saying stuff like, how dare she? If the average person who works a 9 to 5 and has to commute to and from work and has all this other stuff can keep up to date on politics, why does this privileged rich girl think she has no time to know what's actually going on? Be cool. And I think that would be a very valid criticism if that was actually what she said. But it wasn't. She didn't say she doesn't keep up at all. She said it's impossible to know everything and she doesn't have all the answers. And I fear she's just gonna be this person who has everything she says purposely misconstrued simply because people don't like her. I knew when she told people to act like normal human beings and not entitled creeps that the masses were never gonna let her know peace with anything she says. However, I did see one creator point out that she's giving white feminists, and I don't disagree. As far as I know and have seen, Chappell Roan only speaks on issues that directly affect her, i.e. queer community issues. But this also sort of ties back into the whole, can we just stop expecting more from celebrities? Especially this specific demographic. We've seen it with Taylor Swift. I personally have never heard of Sabrina Carpenter taking a stance on anything. Correct me if I'm wrong, though, like, genuinely. And it just gets to a point where it's like, why is anyone acting surprised? And my bigger gripe with this take, although I ultimately agree that she's looking more and more like a white feminist, is that no one bothered to bring it up until the Call Her Daddy podcast. At least not that I had seen. Again, genuinely, correct me if I'm wrong. I always want to be corrected if I say something wrong. Why wait until she says something you specifically don't like? You know, it kind of comes off as disingenuous. Conclusion, Chappell Roan's words are constantly twisted on purpose, and that's probably not going away, but it's becoming clear her so-called activism is performative. Bottom line, stop putting your faith in celebrities, period. They are egotistical rich people who are verily, bitch, speak English, who very rarely ever actually give a damn like the rest of us do.